Good evening and welcome to my live broadcast number 69, broadcasting live from Auckland, New Zealand, and I'm addressing the Billion Coin community. Now tonight we'll go through two parts of the blog. They're going back a few months, but they're still important. And if we've got newies watching, it pays to go back as far as you can with them. And we'll go there right now. And the first one is 3 campaigns running in perfect harmony to reach our objective of 1 billion members fast. So you see the poster we've got here, you got 3 cogs in there, and we're dealing with massive growth right now, and then we're dealing also at the same time with merchant adoptions, and then these are all running together pretty much, and then we're doing the cash flow coaching where you can earn at least $100 US a day or 40 grains of gold. Okay? And you end up right up here. 3 campaigns running in perfect harmony to reach our objective of 1 billion members fast. So that is our main objective. Our second one is obviously is to help all the poor countries that are in poverty and help them out. Isn't it about time the people of this world had a widely accepted medium of exchange that is not within the jurisdiction of any government? Are you fed up with the current corruption centered on the world financial system? Do you see what the true source of poverty is? The billion coin is the solution if the TBC community comes together right now in a unified effort to reach the objective of gathering 1 billion paid members fast. You know, I'm from New Zealand, and already New Zealand does a lot of food passes weekly, but coming Christmas, they're running short of food, and we're actually a developed country, and we have, I believe, is 180,000 kids that don't get properly fed. We now have 3 campaigns up and running that I hope the members of the TBC community will fully embrace so that we will reach our objective fast. Fast is the least painful way to grow. Obstacles tend to clutter up the path when growth is slow, and that is painful. We are certainly not the first to create a private medium of exchange, and I assure you that we are lawful in our approach to bringing our private medium of exchange out of the masses. But as far as I know, there isn't a truly private medium of exchange that 1 billion people are already using. Isn't it about time we change that? I can clearly see how a private medium of exchange accepted by the masses will alleviate so much pain and suffering around the world. Poverty being only one of the ways that people now suffer from. What about crime? I believe crime would reduce dramatically once we have a fully developed TBC Kringle economy. This is the right path. Honestly, what is the alternative? Fast forward to the time when we will have a fully developed TBC Kringle economy, and take note that within it we will have a million billionaires and a billion millionaires. Out of that abundance will flow change for the betterment and empowerment of humanity at large. The few will no longer control the many. Happiness will replace misery, harmful secrets will be exposed, and death with on a global scale. The idea of keeping the masses poor so they can't stand up against evil will be demolished. The future can be bright if we all choose to be such. This path makes sense, doesn't it? There are hundreds of millions of TBC coins in the admin wallet. They are useless there. Cash flow campaign is how our members will be rewarded in such a way as to provide for themselves as they make an effort to move those coins from the admin wallet out to the masses towards our objective. Without cash flow, the members would distribute the TBC coins in the admin wallet too slow. Remember, slow equals pain. Gold is a universal medium of exchange, and since the first public notice, I will speak in terms of grains of gold from now on to fortify our private standing. 40 grains of gold of Kringle's moving triggers the cookie reward associated. New members will offer something equal to the value of grains of gold to their sponsor or partners and receive the equivalent in Kringles. Remember, 40 grains of gold is approximately $100 US in fiat currency. And both sides of that transaction will need to verify it in the KCBO to assess the associated cookie reward. Future value of that transaction will either be a millionaire or billionaire status, depending on the new member as a broadcaster at the time or not. Once we have reached our objective, no doubt these transactions result in some form of cash flow. People need cash flow. I hope that is clear. This particular cookie reward was specifically designed to create cash flow for all of our members while we are in the distribution phase. Phase means it won't last forever. Of rolling out our TBC Kringle economy. We would be doomed to fail without the cash flow campaign, and anyone suggesting otherwise lacks the understanding of human nature. Okay, this is the massive growth. Okay, down on your far left, one finds two. Those two go out and find two each, which is 4. and those four also go out and find 2 equals 8, and so on and so on. You do it that way, by the time you get down, you will have 1 billion members well over. This next one is based across 3, 1.3. Those 3 go out and find 3 each, and that's 9, and so on and so on. Same thing down here. This one over here is 1.5. Those 5 go out and find 5 each, which is 25. Those 25 also go out and find 5 each, which is 125, and that carries down to here. But you notice that the scale is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Now this one here, which is in action right now in cash flow coaching, one finds 10. That 10 go and find 10 each, which is 100, and so on and so on. And right down there you have 1 billion members. So that's the massive growth campaign. It's actually working now. Since recruiting is not a requirement to be a member of the TBC community, very, very generous cookie rewards are given to those that do build our numbers up. The newest rapid rewards encourage our newest members to start building immediately right after they pay the admin fee. So get 2, we'll also go and get 2 each within the allotted time frame, results in 110 million cookies. Now we'll get down to that graph of that one a little bit as we go down. It's a lot of cookies. See this article, see how much it's worth. We won't go into there, but if you're interested, go and open up that link here, the blog, billioncoin.info, and just type in 110 million. Task is so easy, anybody could do it. Even though it is not a requirement, these new rewards kicks off a massive growth campaign officially. I hope everyone will fully support the idea of a fast start to get rewards. On top of that, long-term builders that are diligent will get 1 billion cookies sign up, plus 100 plus paid members. Now what they're saying there, if you sign up a whole 100 at least referrals, and you come out with 1 whole billion cookies, now that turns out to be 10 TBC coins. Now the value at 1 coin today is, I think, about 8.3 million US dollars. But on maturity of that coin, when we reach our required membership, the coin, each person is valued at 1 grain of gold. And when we get 1 million persons, when we reach that goal of 1 million paid members, well, 1 grain of gold right now is worth $2.50. So do the math and tell me how much dollars is involved in 1 billion members. Where were we? All right here. So sign up 100 plus paid members. Holy cow, that is a huge amount. This shows how important the builders of TBC community are to us. Without these builders, we would never experience massive growth. If you are not a builder, then your negative opinions regarding TBC should be kept to yourself. Well, in that sentence there, he did right If you don't want to build it, keep your opinions to yourself. Don't cut anybody down who's trying to build it. Just go and sit on the fence and watch. Because that's what we call people, fence sitters. And nobody wants to be that. Examine the value in your TBC wallet and ask yourself if you really want to sabotage what we are doing in the TBC community or not. Builders are tired of dealing with negativity from other TBC members. No good comes from it. Early in this article, I asked, honestly, what is the alternative? That is a serious question. Reflect on it. If the obstacle of member negativity is a small stone, then massive growth will come naturally to our community. Builders are welcome to bring their concerns to the leaders of TBC on a one-on-one basis to seek direction and to resolve. But non-builders should not waste leaders' time. Support the Massive Growth campaign, even if it is through silence alone. Yeah, that's all you got to do. Be silent if you don't want to build. Human misery is at all-time highs today, and we are on a mission to change the world for the better. You can make a difference. What kind of economy would we have without merchants? Even if we got 1 billion members, so recognize we are still in the early stages of rolling out the TBC Kringle economy. This is an excellent time to bring in merchants. Even if all they can do is accept 50% in Kringles for their payment for their goods and services. We also welcome merchants that only want to cash flow and build and are not yet ready to accept Kringles for payment. Later they can change it. The fact that we are a merchant member of our community makes a big difference in the long term. Business cards officially kicked off in the merchant adoption campaign, and we are so excited to see this campaign succeed. And just over here, see what I mean by reading this article. So you click on that link again, you'll be able to find out what they mean. I'd like to see 50 to 100 million merchants from around the world become our members as we achieve our objective of 1 billion members. That would be a beautiful economy and would make ending poverty super easy. Reaching the objective properly is how we fulfill our mission. There's plenty of self-interest involved in recruiting merchants. Why not just do it? The next one we're going to go to is exceptions to the policy limitations. Okay? Exceptions to the policy limitation of 100 TBC only coming from the cookie rewards. Okay? In this article, I will cover why some exceptions will be made to the policy of the maximum amount of TBC coins that can be given to an individual through cookie rewards is 100 lifetime total TBC coins. Well, that's heaps. Remember, you only have to have one coin to get into the billionaires category. They say up here you can earn up to 100 in a lifetime. Before I get into those exceptions, I need to make things very clear. TBC is not a currency with a mission. It is a mission with a currency. When you study the public notices, this becomes more clear. And you'll find that public notice on the bottom right-hand side of your 009 wallet. And you don't even have to open up the wallet. So you'll find that public notice down there. Also, you should know a legal structure has been put in place where all 1 billion TBC coins are in a master trust, and the sub-trust is created for every TBC wallet and the coins they hold beneath the master trust. You don't own TBC. Before you get a send button in your TBC wallet, you must pass the send button test, right? Let's look at question 2. Okay. Because we are a private community, we are entitled to self-regulation with our centralized coin network, and discounters of our coin will have their send buttons turned off by admin. Other abusive behavior within our community will also result in the same thing. If a member's send button is turned on, they will be given a period of time to reform, and then they get their send button turned back on. Well, that's fair enough. We have seen that decentralized coins tend to lose their value because of a small number of people discounting them, to drive the price down sharply and ultimately create loss for all users of those coins. A coin such as ours, which is based on the principle of abundance, requires responsible admin to regulate its use centrally. The best way to view our coin is a community property, and each member is a steward over their portion. This is implied within the membership agreement. Are you allowed to transact with our coin at any price of your choosing? And you'll see all that when you go through the send button test. But no, our coin is part of a private community, and you have to conduct all transactions at the published current price only. Yes, you purchased the coin, and it's your property to use it as you wish at whatever price you want. And the correct answer is no. Our coin is part of a private community, and you have to conduct all transactions at the published current price only. So if, let's just say, your coin was valued at $1,000, well then you sell it at $1,000. Not 900, not 500, not 700, sell it at 1,000. Pay close attention to these sentences. The best way to view our coin is a community property, and each member is a steward over their portion. Okay? This is implied within the membership agreement. Once you understand how the sub-trust protects you and the whole TBC community, you will get very excited. Let me give you an example of the principle here. The principle is to own nothing and control much. To a poor person, this may not make sense, but rich people already understand this principle. So, in this example, there are two dogs. The poor man owns a dog and licensed the dog under his own name. And the dog bites a wealthy man. The wealthy man sues the poor man in court and wins, and garnishes his wages to pay off the judgment, and the poor man becomes poorer. The second dog belongs to a trust. A rich man set up for that dog, and the only thing in that trust is the dog. The dog bites a poor woman, and she thinks she will suddenly become rich by suing the rich man. But in the case is dismissed because the rich man does not own the dog. Get it? And there's no money in the trust. Point to this example is to welcome the legal structure of TBC and don't obsess over not owning TBC. The problem with the current financial structure is corruption has completely taken over, allowing hoarding of wealth away from the mass majority. It is pure evil that 1% own 99% of all the wealth in the world, leaving about 50% of the population in abject poverty. What a waste of human potential. Strip away the means of a man, and that man is likely to lead a meaningless life. Hope you can see how evil it is. This is the reason TBC has been forging a new pathway. We are going our own way, centered on truths and not lies. Okay, 100 TBC coins is worth a great deal today and will become massive once we reach our objective of 1 billion members. We have, I think it's way a bit higher than that, 3.1718 million members right now at the moment of writing this article. So that means each TBC coin is worth 3.309-852 grains. And when we use it in the third-party calculator, it shows 8,496,665.90. Times that by 100 TBC coins, and that equals, that's a big number, 849,666,590,000. Then we reach our objective of 1 billion members. Those same 100 TBC coin will be worth 100 billion, which is so big this calculator can't process it, but it's roughly, there you go, got 369,1100, $250 billion. At some point you can draw a conclusion of having too much abundance, especially when you understand the responsibility that come with having stewardship. Yes, TBC billionaires will be the ones erecting future skyscrapers and establishing instructions of their own, and will be able to provide liquidity to the TBC millionaires. They align within this grand mission to raise up humanity. But in order for an economy to work, there needs to be some friction between socio-economic classes, and not everyone can be a billionaire. Another thing to consider is that there are exactly 1 billion TBC coins. If it was too easy to get 100 TBC coins, then once 10 billion members collected them, the admin wallet would run to zero prematurely, and that would be the end of the cookie rewards. And without further incentive to offer, we most likely would not be able to get 1 billion members. Frankly, if you manage to hit this limitation, you should be concerned about getting even more TBC coins. You should be even more excited and work even harder to help the community to get to 1 billion members, knowing that the incentive is to mature your coins to $250 billion. That's a massive stewardship in the TBC community. We'll expect much from you. TBC was never meant to be a mission of personal gain only. Because I've run out of time, folks, I'm going to leave it there, and I will finish this one off tomorrow because there was a lot of good information in this blog. And the blog is exceptions to the policy. So I'm going to come back out of here. I'm going to stop sharing. And live events. And oh, yeah, there's a lot of information back down in these old blogs, and it keeps the mind ticking. You don't lose track of where we started from by just going forward and leaving the past behind us. You need to bring the past along with us, as long as it's a good past. Okay, and right now you can see how they worked at that $250 billion. It's telling you that one coin on its own, is worth $2.50. So when it reaches maturity, it's 250. Hey. Okay. Anyway, I've got to get off. Thank you, folks. You've taken up enough time already. Brother Darren, Brother Bill, and Brother Reserve. Yeah, hey, bro. Don't forget Christmas, eh? A lot of people can't wait for Christmas. But I'll be broadcasting most of the time through Christmas. I've got nothing else to do. And going away out of Auckland for 4 days anyway. And well, no doubt we'll be on here before we leave Auckland. And anyway, thank you for watching my livey, number 69. And we're back here same time again tomorrow, 9 p.m. NZDT time, and ka kite.